I know that we have many parents who watch this show. And I want to bring up an example, and maybe you can coach us through this. Many of us have sat in a restaurant, and there's a family perhaps at a nearby table, and the child with them becomes unruly. What in that situation, what tips would you give to that parent who's trying to manage the situation? I know some parents grow numb and they just are not listening and they just are so exhausted. But for the parents who want to be proactive, what tips or coaching would you have for them in that situation?
I would tell them enroll in one of my courses. Enroll their children in one of my courses. And then when they went to the restaurant, or when they go out to the restaurant, they don't have to prepare. They're already ready. They don't have to try to get ready. They stay ready so that they don't have to put themselves in those situations. Well, children get antsy, and if the parent has a rapport with their own child and they know how to talk to the child, they can excuse themselves from the table, take the child to the restroom to address whatever is going on, as opposed to disrupting the entire restaurant or wherever they may be dining. So I would say excuse themselves and the child, go to the restroom or someplace private, because you never criticize in public. You always criticize in private, even if it's your child, because if you criticize in public, it damages the esteem of the person. I don't care what their age is. So you always want to be mindful to criticize your children in private, not in public, because then they have a disdain for being criticized, and then they hold that resentment, and then it just festers and festers. And children oftentimes hold on to hurts and things that are painful, even though they can't articulate it, but they hold on to those. So my one recommendation to parents in those situations, even though your temper may be flaring and you want to address the situation, but it's always best to do that in private.
And to I don't have children of my own, yeah, but I will say that I know that parents do try to take children out with them to begin to acclimate them to dining in public. So, I guess I'm speaking to a lot of the parents out there who, they say, listen, I want my kids to know what it is like, because we're going to be dining as a family. But thank you so much for that tip, Tamlyn. That's really important.